This is a test.
This is a test. What do you know about language arts, math, science, and social studies? Find out while playing along with Knowledge for College, where teams from competing UISD schools spin the wheel of knowledge and answer questions from a world of subject categories. It's a mind challenge for students and a chance to win for their school. But most of all, it's a really fun way to learn. Now, let's play Knowledge for College.
Hi, and welcome to Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and skill featuring some of the best and brightest students here at United ISD. I'm your host, Robert Nino, and before we begin, I'd like to take some time to introduce our special guest. And joining me here today is our special guest, Mr. Charlie San Miguel, Laredo City Councilman for District 6.
It's a pleasure and honor to be here. It really is.
Very good, sir. If you could just kind of explain to our students just a little bit about what a city councilman does and what are some of your duties.
Absolutely. Well, we're elected into office by the public, and I guess our primary responsibility is to make sure that your tax dollars are being used properly. Make sure you guys have safe water to drink, that you have, police and fire department readily available to come and help you in any way you can, that your roads are working, there's adequate infrastructure and traffic control means. So there's a lot of things that we do. Of course, quality of life issues that you all participate in your city. North Central Park is in our district, and I know a lot of y'all have been there and enjoyed it. And we continue to bring things to North Central Park. The swimming pool was recently added. We're working on a frisbee golf course or disc golf course there, so you can go out there and play frisbee golf. And of course, we've got the Shiloh bike trail. So many things that affect the quality of life and things that you can enjoy. That's what we do as council, along with many, many, many other things. Again, just an honor to be here.
Very good, sir. Thank you for joining us today. And let's turn our attention now to our schools. On the show today, we have students from Colonel Santos Benavides Elementary and from Malakoff Elementary. And representing Colonel Santos Benavides, we have John David Villarreal and Eva Nance. And John, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself before we begin.
I'm in 5th grade, and my teacher is Miss Science.
All right, very good. And Eva, what about you? What can you tell us about yourself?
I am in 5th grade, and, my teacher is Miss Laurel, and my favorite subjects are math and science.
All right, excellent. And representing Malakoff Elementary, we have Nicolas and Haley. And Nicolas, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
I'm in 5th grade, and I dab in karate, and Miss Martinez is my teacher.
All right, very good. And I think, didn't I hear you mention you like video games as well?
Yep.
All right, do you have a favorite one by any chance?
No.
No, okay, very good. And Haley, what can you tell us about yourself, please?
I'm 2 in 5th grade. I like to play basketball, volleyball, and softball.
All right, very good, excellent. And now let me just go ahead and before we begin our game in earnest, let me just go ahead and go over the rules very quickly. Each team is going to take turns spinning the wheel, or the wheel of knowledge as we like to call it here. The wheel has questions in language arts, science, math, and social studies. And those questions will be worth 5 points each, and you'll have a minute to answer. The category in red, which is called Wild Turn, those questions are designed to be a little more difficult, and hence they'll be worth a little bit more. They'll be worth 10 points if you answer correctly. Now, keep in mind, you'll have a minute to answer your questions, and when your time expires, you'll hear that little chime right there. And just keep in mind that if you answer incorrectly or if you can't answer a question, the other team gets a chance at it, so they'll get a chance to earn points if you don't get it right. So we held a little coin toss earlier today, Mr. San Miguel, and Malakoff won the coin toss, and they elected to go first. So Nicolas or Haley, will one of you just give us a good spin on that wheel, please? Just make sure it goes once all the way around. There we go. And to start things off, we have a social studies question for our students from Malakoff, and our social studies stack is right there. And I'll hand you guys a copy of the question, one for each team, and while Mr. San Miguel reads.
All right, question for the Malakoff Knights. The subject of social studies is east-west lines run parallel to the equator are called A, equal lines, B, lines of latitude, C, lines of longitude, or D, meridians?
Longitude? We'll go with
Sorry.
longitude.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
That is incorrect.
Colonel Santos, you have a chance to earn 5
Colonel
points here.
Santos Broncos.
What can you give us?
B. Lines of latitude.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Sir, if you could tell us the correct answer.
The correct answer is meridians.
Meridians is the correct answer.
And the question was east-west lines that run parallel to the equator are called meridians, being the answer.
Okay, so no points on the first question, but Colonel Santos, it's your turn again, or it's your turn for the first time. So John David or Eva, will one of you give us a good spin on that wheel, please? And just make sure it goes around at least once. And we have another social studies question today. Seems to be the popular subject for the moment.
Okay, this question
You go, guys, good luck.
in social studies again is, there were ancient cultures in America. One of the most famous built their homes into the sides of cliffs throughout the four corner states, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah. They became referred to as the cliff dwellers. But what was their tribal name? Was it A, Kwakla, B, Inuit, C, Anasazi, or D, Apache? Want me to repeat the question?
No, thank you.
There were ancient cultures in America. One of the most famous built their homes into the sides of cliffs throughout the four corner states, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah. They became referred to as the cliff dwellers. But what was their tribal name?
The Anasazi.
That is correct, the Anasazi.
All right, very good. And Colonel Santos Benavides makes it to the board first and earns 5 points by answering correctly. And Malakoff Elementary, it's your turn again. So Nicolas or Haley, will one of you give us a good spin on that wheel, please?
Right, good spin.
And after a very vigorous spin, our wheel comes to rest in the language arts category. And again, this will be worth 5 points if our students can answer correctly.
Okay. Subject, of course, is language arts. The question is, complete the analogy. Bird is to nest as bee is to what? A, honey, B, hive, C, stings, D, insect. I'll repeat the question. Complete the analogy.
We'll
You
go
got it?
with B, hive.
You got it. That's correct.
All right, very good. And Malakoff Elementary gets on the board with 5 points. And Colonel Santos, it's your turn again. So Eva or John David, will you give us a good spin, please? And our students from Colonel Santos get a wild turn question. These are designed to be a little more difficult, but they'll be worth more. And if they can answer the question, our students from Malakoff will get a chance to earn the points. Here you go,
Okay, the
guys.
subject here is math. The question is, Matthew's mother prepared 768 ounces of fruit punch for his party. She put the punch into 4 different punch bowls. If each serving is 12 ounces, how many servings of fruit punch will each punch bowl contain? Option A is 192, B, 16, C, 24, or D, 28.
And as our students work on the question, we'll just go ahead and repeat it for the benefit of the audience. Matthew's mother prepared 768 ounces of fruit punch for his party. She put the punch into 4 different punch bowls. If each serving is 12 ounces, how many servings of fruit punch will each punch bowl contain? And of course, our students have a multiple choice question here. It's either A, 192, B, 16, C, 24, or D, 28. And our students are working furiously to answer the question before their time expires. If they answer correctly, they can earn 10 points. Otherwise, our students from Malakoff will have a chance to answer the question and earn the points.
I got the answer.
Okay.
A, 192.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect, unfortunately, but our students from Malakoff, do you have an answer for us, please?
16.
That is correct.
That is
16.
correct.
Yay.
So Malakoff earns the 10 points, and it's also Malakoff's turn at the wheel. So Nicolas or Haley, will one of you give us a good spin, please? Now this time we land in the social studies category, a very popular category today. And this one will be worth 5 points if our students can answer correctly.
Okay, the question is,
There you go, guys.
which was the first permanent European settlement in the present-day United States, founded in 1565? Which was the first permanent European settlement in the present-day United States, founded in 1565? A, Roanoke, North Carolina; San Agustin, Florida; Jamestown, Virginia; or Plymouth, Massachusetts?
And again, this is a social studies question for our students from Malakoff Elementary, and they can earn 5 points if they answer correctly. And for the benefit of our audience, just to repeat, which was the first permanent European settlement in the present-day United States, founded in 1565? And the choices are Roanoke, North Carolina; St. Augustine, Florida.
We have our answer.
And what is your answer, guys?
Plymouth.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Colonel Santos, you have a chance to earn the 5 points here. Do you have an answer for us, please? Need you guys to give us an answer.
It's not Jamestown, because Jamestown, that was...
And guys, we need an answer.
St. Augustine, Florida.
That is correct.
That is correct. So St. Augustine, Florida was the oldest settlement here in the States, and that city still exists to this day. And with that, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
If you've ever dreamed of owning a new car, now's your chance. The Sames Kia in the Classroom program is open to all United ISD high school students. You could catch a new Kia by just having perfect attendance during any 9-week period this school year. Your name will then be entered into the UISD Grand Prize drawing to win a new 2014 Kia Soul. Don't let this be the year that the big one got away.
Success in school starts with literacy. When young children become good readers, they are more likely to do well in school. As family members, we can ensure that all children have the opportunity to achieve their full potential in life. Spend some quality time together. Reading can be fun, and it enhances a child's imagination. Inspire young readers to become lifelong learners. Pick up a book and experience the joy of reading together.
Like adults, young people need to exercise too. At least 1 hour of physical activity every day. Regular exercise helps you.
Build healthy bones, muscles, and joints.
Feel less stressed.
Feel better about ourselves.
Keep a healthy weight.
Sleep better at night. Feel more ready to learn in school.
And don't forget to make healthy food choices as well.
Exercise and healthy eating equals success.
Drivers, be careful around school buses and in school zones. Come to a complete stop when you see the flashing red lights on a school bus.
Slow down to 20 miles per hour in a school zone at the start and at the end of each day. State law prohibits the use of cell phones or any handheld devices in an active school zone.
Please obey crossing guards directing traffic. Failure to heed these warnings can lead to fines or jail time.
Keep our kids safe. Drive carefully.
Let's go, Kia!
All United ISD high school students have the chance to score really big this school year as part of the same Kia in the Classroom program. Just have perfect attendance during any 9-week period, and your name will be entered into the UISD Grand Prize drawing to win a 2014 Kia Soul. Play like a champ, refuse to lose, go to school, get a good education, and maybe even a new car. It's a win-win.
And welcome back. You're watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and skill featuring some of the best and brightest here at United ISD. Our schools today are Colonel Santos Benavides Elementary and Malakoff Elementary. And before we resume play, we'll give a chance for our special guest today, Mr. Charlie San Miguel, City Councilman for District 6, to ask you students a question. So, Mr. San Miguel, go ahead.
Thank you, Robert. Just a quick question, but first I'll say, all people are called to be great. And to be great takes tenacity, to be tough, discipline. And so I'd like to ask each one of y'all, if I can start with John David. John David, what is it that you'd like to do in the future?
Well, I'd like to become an architect.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Eva.
I would like to become a Supreme Court Justice when I grow up.
Very good. Very ambitious. Just stay there. Be tenacious and you can get there. Nicholas.
A business owner or a lawyer.
Very good, Nicholas. Very good.
And Haley, what about you?
I would like to go to Harvard and become a lawyer.
Haley, that's very good. I'm very proud of all of your desires and ambitions, and just stay focused, and I know you'll be there. You're great kids.
All right. Very good, sir. And let's go ahead and resume our game. And Colonel Santos Benavides, it's going to be your turn at the wheel. So John or Eva, will one of you give us a spin, please? A good spin. Goes around at least once. And we land in the science category for this one. So our students get a science question worth 5 points if they can answer correctly.
Okay, the question is, Alberto lit a candle and placed it on the family dining table. What forms of energy are created from a lit candle?
Heat, light, and thermal.
Okay, very good.
That is correct. Very good, John.
Very good. And just for future reference, we ask our students to wait for our host to go through all the choices, and your time will start at the end, so you don't lose any time. And Malakoff, it's your turn next at the wheel, so Nicolas, give us a good spin, please. And Malakoff has a wild turn question. One of our more challenging questions. This one will be from the
Language Arts.
Language Arts category. Okay, guys.
Tiny Lilliputians are found in what story by Jonathan Swift? A Modest Proposal. B, Gulliver's Travels. A Journal to Stella. Or D, A Tale of a Tub.
B, Gulliver's Travels.
That is correct.
Yes.
All right.
Good job, Nicholas and Haley.
Good job, Malakoff. You earned 10 points by answering that one correctly. And Colonel Santos, you still have an opportunity to catch up here. So it's your turn at the wheel, so go ahead and take a spin. Eva, give us a good spin, please. And Colonel Santos Benavides responds in kind with another wild turn question.
This subject is math.
This one from the math category. Okay, guys.
5 adults and 8 children ordered meals at a fast food restaurant. Each meal cost $6. Which equation can be used to find T, the total cost of all the meals? A is 8 times 5 times 6 equals T. Or B, 8 plus 5 times $6 equals T. Or C, 5 plus 8 times $6 equals T. Or D, 5 times $6 times 8 times $6 equals T.
C, 5 plus 8 times $6.
That is correct, Eva.
That is correct. And you guys get to earn the 10 points for that wild card question in the math category.
These are doing good.
And they're doing very good. And Malakoff, it's your turn again. So Nicolas or Haley, will one of you give us a good spin, please? And we ask that the wheel go around at least once, so just go ahead and just give it another good turn this time. And we'll go ahead and just take that one. It's a math question worth 5 points. And so go ahead and read the question, Mr. San Miguel.
Okay, the subject is math. The question is, Alex saves 4/5 of his allowance each week. Which of these is the same as 4/5?
Hang on, guys.
A, 12/15. B, 32/35. C, 28/30. Or D, 5/4. I'll repeat the question. Alex saves 4/5 of his allowance each week. That's pretty good, right? Saving 4/5 of an allowance each week.
Sure.
Which of these is the same as 4/5?
A.
That is correct.
That is correct, Nicholas.
Okay, and now Colonel Santos, it's your turn at the wheel. So John David or Eva, will one of you give us a good spin, please, on that wheel? And we have a math question for our students from Colonel Santos Benavides Elementary.
Okay. The question is, Sammy had 3/7 of a glass of milk, and Mark had 1/2 of a glass of milk. Which of the following compares the amounts of milk that they each had? A, 3/7 is greater than 1/2. B, 3/7 is less than 1/2. C, 3/7 is equal to 1/2. Or D, 7/3 is greater than 2/1.
Now, this is a math question for our students from Colonel Santos Benavides Elementary. They can earn 5 points if they answer correctly. And why don't you go ahead and just...
I'll repeat the question. Sammy had 3/7 of a glass of milk, and Mark had 1/2 of a glass of milk. Which of the following compares the amounts of milk that they each had?
B.
That is correct, Eva. B.
And good job. You guys earned 5 points. And Malakoff Elementary, it's your turn once again at the wheel. So give us a good spin, please. And another wild turn question for our students from Malakoff Elementary.
Okay, the subject is math. Subject is math. An Olympic player won 14 medals in the 2008 Olympic Games. In Olympic year 2008, it was 14 medals. In Olympic year 2012, it was 28 medals. In Olympic year 2014, it was 42 medals. If he continues to win 14 medals every 4 years, how many total medals will he have won by the 2020 Olympics? A, 56 medals. B, 70 medals. C, 72 medals. Or D, 82 medals.
We're going to go with B.
That is correct.
All right. Good job, guys. And you
Very good job.
Earned the 10 points there. So, Colonel Santos Benavides, it's your turn. So, John David or Eva, will one of you give us a good spin, please? You have to go around at least once.
It's a good spin.
That's a good spin. And science is our category for this one.
Okay, subject is science. The question is, which statement best supports the fact that the air we breathe is a mixture? A, it surrounds the earth. B, it can be cooled or heated. C, it is necessary for our survival. Or D, it contains oxygen, nitrogen, and other gases.
We choose D.
That is correct.
And with that, let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Excellent.
Hi, my name is Jose Hernandez. I'm a former migrant farm worker and now a former NASA astronaut. I had the opportunity to become an astronaut because I stayed in school and I focused on STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and math. And even though we worked in the fields, I was able to realize my dream through hard work and perseverance. No matter how humble your beginnings are, there's a way to move forward, and that's through a proper education.
Get on the right track this school year. All United ISD high school students are eligible to win a new car as part of the same Kia in the classroom program. In order to win, you'll have to go the distance by having perfect attendance during any 9-week period. Your name will then be entered into the UISD Grand Prize drawing to win a new 2014 Kia Soul. So go the extra mile, attend class, and have the chance to win a Kia.
Welcome to the Imaginarium.
Wow, this is awesome. I want to be an engineer. I want to be a veterinarian.
Those are both great career goals. And in order to reach your goals, it's important to study hard and focus on science, technology, engineering, and math courses. Did you know that the top 20 paying jobs in the U.S. require a strong background in STEM education?
STEM equals success.
It's school time, and let's keep Laredo's children safe by following these important safety tips when driving through school zones.
Slow down to 20 miles per hour and be extra careful when driving near schools. State law prohibits the use of cell phones in school zones. If you see a school bus with flashing lights, remember to stop until the bus resumes motion.
Failure to heed these warnings could result in fines or jail time. By staying alert and obeying all traffic laws, we can keep our kids safe.
And thank you for joining us today. This is Knowledge for College. Our schools today are Colonel Santos Benavides Elementary and Malakoff Elementary, and they're both been ably represented by this quartet of very intelligent students. And our special guest today is Mr. Charlie San Miguel, City Councilman for District 6 here in Laredo, Texas. And Charlie, what can you tell us about our show? How did you like your experience?
It was great. I'm really proud of the boys and girls today. You know, Malakoff Elementary did great. So did Colonel Santos Benavides Elementary, did very good. I'm very impressed. There's a bright future for Laredo.
All right, very good. And before we depart, we'll say thank you to our sponsors, Chick-fil-A at Mal del Norte, Chick-fil-A at Bob Bullock Loop, Montana Mike's, Sonic, America's Drive-In, CC's Pizza, Chuck E. Cheese's, Subway, and Great American Cookies.
I'm hungry now.
And with that, let's go ahead and say goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.